Tony Giardini is a 1969 graduate of Admiral King High School. While in high school, Tony was active in wrestling and baseball. Following graduation, Tony made his way to Miami University in Oxford and graduated with a degree in economics. Following graduation from college, Tony returned to the Lorain area and enrolled at Case Western Reserve Law School, graduating in 1976 in the top 10% of his class. He was admitted as a member of the Ohio Bar Association in November of '76 and immediately embarked on a legal career in Lorain. In his early years, Tony cut his teeth in the city law department while he built private practice. Tony's had many clients over his 45-year legal career, but it was the legal representation he did for American Shipbuilding Company, owned by late George Steinbrenner of Yankees fame, that provided a pivotal moment in his legal career. In 1983, Steinbrenner decided to move AmShip from Lorain to Tampa, Florida, and Giardini stayed in the area to negotiate the sale of land where the shipyards once existed. As luck would have it, a young Al Spitzer would decide to purchase the property, and Tony would negotiate the contract on behalf of Steinbrenner. Several months following the closing of the deal, Spitzer reached out to Tony to represent him in his effort to bring casino gambling to Lorain, Ohio, to be built at the former shipyard's property. Tony wrote the first casino legislation for Ohio, which passed the Ohio's House of Representatives, led by then State Representative Joe Kazura. Tony went on to become General Counsel and Chief Operating Officer for Spitzer Management, which oversaw 20 auto dealerships in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Florida, helping to build the business to nearly $1 million in sales per year. Tony also served as legal counsel on the board of directors of Citizens Home Savings, and additionally, Tony has had the honor of serving as legal counsel for Lorain City Schools in 2008, and we keep him very busy. In addition to his illustrious legal career, Tony has a love for his hometown of Lorain, Ohio. Tony was instrumental in developing the Harbor Walk residential community. He also helped to develop Lighthouse Village and is co-owner of the Shipyards Event Center and entertainment venue. He has redeveloped and maintained, along with Jack Bradley, office at 520 Broadway since the early 1980s. In addition to a love of Lorain, Tony has been active politically in Lorain County and city politics. Tony served as Lorain County Democratic Party chairman from 2012 until late last year. He was also the City of Lorain's chairman from 1985 until 2012. He served on the Lorain Board of Elections and still does from 1985 till now. Tony was county coordinator for Dick Celeste's successful campaign for governor and for Ted Strickland's campaign for governor. Tony has also served on various community organizations over the years, including as a member of the Lorain County Community College Foundation Board of Trustees, the Lorain County Community Development Agency, Director for Action Central Lorain, and Community Development Corporation. He has served on countless boards, advisory groups, and even found time to co-found this organization, the Lorain Schools Alumni Association, with Henry Patterson. Tony proudly resides in Lorain and enjoys spending his days with his three sons, Anthony, Michael, and Christian, and in spoiling his grandchildren. There is no one who will do more for the children of Lorain than Tony Giardini. Please welcome him to the Lorain Alumni Association Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame.
Good morning, everybody, and thanks for coming this morning. When I was getting ready this morning, I wasn't sure what to wear, and then I remembered that Bradley would be here, and I better dress my best because he always dresses his best. I want to recognize and thank the committee. You know, it's when you sit on a board of an organization, you really got to be careful about who you recognize. It really wasn't the intention of Henry and I when we founded the Lorain Alumni Association to get recognized ourselves. Quite honestly, we formed this organization. I'm going to spend my minutes talking about Lorain and the organization, if you don't mind. We founded it because we were both, quite honestly, irritated with the sort of publicity that the city of Lorain and the Lorain City Schools were getting, especially back in 2017, 2016 timeframe. We knew that there were a lot of really great people who came out of the city of Lorain and went on to do really great things. And not just in sports, because that seems to have been what we were noted for. We had all these great athletes. You talk about Admiral King any place in the state, first thing they'll talk about is our basketball team. But they won't talk about some of the people who graduated from Admiral King who went on to form great businesses or went on to other places and ran big corporations. And that irritated us. It irritated us that the kids today were getting a bad rap. And we decided that we should form an organization that started telling people about our kids and what they accomplish and what they can accomplish instead of letting somebody else define us. And that was the purpose and is the purpose of this organization, to educate people. And sometimes we have to remind ourselves just how good, how great our kids are. I would, and I still feel this way, would put our kids up against any kids in any city and any school district in the state of Ohio at any time and not be concerned about how they'll come out. They're that good. They really are. Do not believe some of the BS headlines that we sometimes get. It's just not right and it's not fair to them. And the second reason we formed the organization is not just to educate people about what a great school system we have, but to recognize some of those individuals who really went on to do special things. I don't think what I have done is very special. All the guys, and this is kind of great to be in this class this year because Cliff German and Jack and Deb Bradley, we went to high school together, Tony Richardson, we have something in common. We were all born here in Lorain, probably most of us in the same hospital at St. Joseph's. And when I was growing up, our neighborhood looked like this. The Davis and the Atkinson families were behind us and across the street. The Gloriosos were across the street. We had Polish families, families from West Virginia, families from Kentucky. All of our parents worked either at the Ford plant or the steel plant. We all had one car, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and in my case, I had 3 other sisters I had to share that 1 bathroom with. And we didn't think of ourselves as being poor because we were all in the same boat. When you're the same as everybody else, you don't start making distinctions. Today we have gated communities and we have all of these things that try to divide us. And quite honestly, after 45 years of politics, I really did have to give it up because that was starting to irritate me. And I guess the older I get, the easier it is to irritate me. And when you get to that point, you have to step back because it's important. Politics is important. But you have to approach it in such a way that you stay positive all the time. Not an easy thing to do these days. So I really do appreciate the recognition, but the truth of the matter is the really great people who have come out of this city came out of this city because they grew up a certain way. They grew up with parents who valued education, who worked hard, whose sole goal was to make sure that their children had a better life than them. A lot of kids get born on third base. Most of us weren't even in the dugout. We literally had to work our way out. And the truth of the matter is, there are literally thousands of people who have come out of this city, have come out of this school district, who've done just that. And really, that's, to us, the mark of a successful person. You raise your kids, you teach them to do the right things, and you hope that maybe they do a little better than you did. That was my goal. I think it's the goal of most of us who grew up in this city. And a few other people said it before, and I'll repeat it. We didn't know just how lucky we were to grow up the way we grew up. And I'm proud of this city. I am definitely a homeboy, there's no question about it. And I'll throw down with anybody, even at the old age of 72 right now, if they start bad-mouthing my hometown. I want to say thank you also to Lieutenant Colonel Garcia for his service. And the truth of the matter is, that's something else that we have a rich history of. We have sent a lot of people to the military. Many of them didn't come home, whether it was World War I or II, or the Vietnam conflict, or any of the conflicts that we've had since then. And I'm proud of that too. We're proud of our athletes, but we're also proud of the men and women who've served our country so ably and nobly over the years, and I think that comes from coming from a town like Lorain also. So thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it, and every chance you get, you tout the students and the kids and the folks who come out of the city of Lorain. Thank you.